traits on Romanticism. The traits are Gothic and focus on the individual. It's Gothic because dark themes and the death imagery. It creates a really grim mood and ominous tone. It focuses on the individual because the whole story is about his hatred for the old man's eye and his own emotions in the reaction of the old man and his death.
The story is guilt because subconsciously he feels bad for killing the old man. Evidence from this story is in the last line when he says, "Villains," I shriek, "dissemble no more. I admit the deed. Tear up the planks. Here, here. It is the beating of his hideous heart."
He liked the old man, loved him even.
I love you, old man.
The only thing he really hated was the eye. He tried to ignore the old man's blue eye, but it was all he could think about. He couldn't get it out of his mind. It followed him everywhere. While he was reading books.
What you reading there?
While he was on the toilet. Even while trying to escape while playing piano, the eye still haunted him. Even haunted his dreams. He thrust his head in, slowly, trying to figure out if the old man's eye was open so that he could go in for the kill. It wasn't. Night 2. He thrust his head in, slowly but surely. The old man's eyes still wasn't open. Night 3 came and went with the same affairs. The old man's eyes were still closed. Night 4. Same results. Night 5. Still closed, but he's laying on a pillow. Night 6. Surprisingly, still closed. And on night 7. Still closed. And on night 8. The eye was open. Upon seeing the open eye, he burst through the door with a yell, dropping his lantern, and suffocated the old man.
Suffocation!
The old man let out only one scream. He held the mattress there until the heartbeat stopped.
Dun dun, dun dun, dun dun, dun dun.
The old man was dead. After hearing the startling shriek,
Ah!
the neighbor decided that she thought she should call the police to see if they needed to come investigate.
Oh dear, that sounds alarming. I better call the police. 911.
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-a-dong.
911, what's your emergency? I just heard a startling shriek from my neighbor's house. I think that the old man got killed because of his evil eye. Okay, well, we'll be right there. Make sure you stay inside and stay safe, and keep all your family members inside so he doesn't kill the rest of you. Okay, hurry.
After the heart had stopped beating, he proceeded to then chop up the body into small, delicate parts. After chopping up the body, he then put the body underneath the floorboards. This way, no one would be able to see the body, and it would be hidden forever. The body was now hidden. After he had finished cutting up the body, he sat with satisfaction on the couch, and then there came a knock at the door.
Visitors! Oh, good.
to my humble abode.
Excuse me, we got a call about alarming scream.
Oh, sorry. I just scared myself with my devilish handsomeness. But please, feel free to go around. Please, have a seat. We can have a nice conversation.
The officer sat down on the couch, while he sat down on his chair, but little did they know the chair was over the dead body itself. The officers were satisfied. His calm manner had satisfied them and convinced them. They began chatting merrily about familiar things.
So the weather outside is frightful.
But the fire is so delightful.
And since there's no place to go, let it snow.
Let it snow. Let it snow.
After a little while, the conversation began to get a little bit trifling for him, but he continued to converse merrily with the officers.
Did you see the peasant boy the other day in the yard?
He was milking his cows pretty hard.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the awesome language teacher named Miss Goodwin? Yeah, she's so cool.
He started to hear a ringing in his ears. It became more and more distinct and continued as he started talking. He tried to talk more freely in order to get rid of this feeling. However, it continued to gain definiteness.
I love Miss Goodwin. Miss Goodwin is so cool. I love Miss Goodwin. I love her.
After a while, he found out that the noise wasn't coming from within his ears. He grew more and more pale, but continued to talk fluently with a louder and louder voice.
I love Miss Goodwin. I also love bananas. I love bananas and coconuts and Miss Goodwin. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yet the ringing sound increased, but what could he do? It was a low, dull, quick sound, much such a sound as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. He gasped for breath, yet the officers heard it not. He talked more quickly, more vehemently, but the noise steadily increased.
Miss Goodwin is cool. Miss Goodwin is cool. Bananas are cool. Bananas are cool. I love food.
He arose and argued in trifles in a high key with violent gesticulations, but the noise steadily increased. Why wouldn't it go? He paced the floor to and fro with heavy strides. Oh God, what could he do? He foamed and raved and swore. He swung the chair upon which he had been sitting and grated it upon the boards, but the noise was still there, all over, and continually increasing. It grew louder and louder, and still the man chatted pleasantly and smiled. Was it possible that they heard this mockery of horror? But anything was better than the agony going on within him. Anything was more tolerable than the beating that he heard. He could bear those hypocritical smiles no longer. He felt that he must scream or die. And the beating just continued to get louder and louder and louder.
Villains! Dissemble no more! I admit the deed! Tear off the plates! Here! It is the beating of his hideous heart!
Go. Go. Don't talk.
Wait, is this a story or a poem?
It's not. It's not really a poem because it doesn't rhyme.
Poems don't have to rhyme.
Okay, but they have to have like like that.
They have to have a good. They have to have.
They
a poem
like sound
structure.
good together.
No, they don't have to sound good together.
Okay, it's not a poem. It's a
Could
story,
be
so
like-
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
The
matter.
sea.
Could you shut up and do it?
Are we still going?
I wasn't even going. Okay.
Okay, ready? Okay.
Go.
5, 6.
Go.
The theme of this story is guilt because subconsciously he feels guilty for killing the old man. Evidence from this story is. What paragraph is it in?
I feel like this isn't part of the video.
After hearing a startling shriek,
Ah.
the neighbor decided that she... Go.